So far, class, we're halfway through. After recess, which just happened, we shall now come to our speakers of the day. Our first speaker, Miss Emily Schell, will be giving a 5 to 7 minute length speech, her number 2 in the Competent Communicators Manual. A little history about Emily, shown here in this picture. Emily spent her childhood obsessed with animals, as you can see. She grew up surrounded by dogs and cats and invented elaborate imaginary sagas about their personal lives, which she commented on what she imagined to be her own television station, broadcast live from a pile of mulch in their backyard. She also enjoyed watching The X-Files and aspired to one day marry Fox Mulder. David Duchovny, why won't you love me? Please welcome Miss Emily Schell as she gives her speech titled, where is it? I missed it. Oh, I have it over here. I'm sorry. Titled, I can't remember.
It's titled Manifesting Employment.
Manifesting Employment. Thank you.
I recently made what may appear to some to be a somewhat irrational and dramatic decision. I've been in a job for about 2 years now that I don't particularly enjoy, and last week I decided that I would quit it and get a better one. I've been finding it quite impossible to find another job that I'm interested in and go through the application process and the hiring process while I'm still going to my old job every day. So I decided to put in my notice without any promise of future employment. In this economy, with furloughs and layoffs and unemployment and general gloom and doom, that may appear like somewhat of a dumb move. However, I am looking forward to commencing work at the job that's perfect for me very shortly. Why? Because I'm going to manifest it. There have been a number of books written on the topic of manifestation. They all seem to encompass the same general theme, which I'll discuss today. The steps to manifesting one's desires can be infinitely broken down into greater and greater detail, but the core aspects can be summarized into 3 easy steps. In the order that one would most commonly execute these steps, they are believing, creating space, and creative visualization. The first step to creating the job of my dreams is believing that it is in fact possible. This may seem like a really obvious and simple thing to do. After all, not much has happened in the world without someone believing it was possible. Space flight, the internet, electricity, none of it could have come to fruition if someone hadn't thought it could be done. And yet, when I look back over the times that I've searched for jobs in the past, all I seem to remember is thinking how hard it was and how tough and competitive it is out there, and you've just got to take what you can get because the perfect job doesn't exist. And even if it did, obviously someone better is going to get it. So, as the first fun endeavor of this task, I have decided to believe that the perfect job for me does exist, and it's just out there waiting for me to be ready to receive it. That brings us to the second step in the process, which entails creating space for the wondrous creations we desire. You can't invite new opportunities into your life if your life is too full to hold it or we're too busy to recognize it. You can't fall in love with your soulmate if you're spending all your time with Mr. Better Than Nothing. You can't start a healthy new lifestyle if your fridge is stocked with Mountain Dew and Cheetos. We have to create space for the opportunity of success to occur. So that's where putting in my notice at my current job comes in. I can't start work at my dream job when I'm spending every day making a choice to go to the old one that's not making me happy. And I am feeling really great about this conscious decision because regardless of what happens, I've created change that's going to start reshaping my life. And I realized that by having that sort of fear-based thinking, waiting to manifest a new job without taking the scary leap of faith of leaving my old one, that I wasn't really fulfilling step 1 of believing that the universe would provide a path for me if I let it. So the third and perhaps most important step in the process is creative visualization. The imagination of what one is trying to create is its blueprint for creation by the energy of the universe. Nothing really comes into existence without somebody visualizing it in some form or another first. You may have noticed that this can work against you if you spend a lot of time and energy worrying about something that you don't want to happen, and then that's exactly what ends up happening. It reminds me of this old game show where people would spin the wheel and they go, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, stop! Oh! Manifesting the whammies of our lives. The visualization part has really been the most challenging for me because I really have no idea what the perfect job for me would look like necessarily. I mostly know what it doesn't look like. But again, visualizing what you don't want only creates more of the same. It's key to visualize the positive changes you want to see in your life. So I imagine myself leaping out of bed, eager to greet another day at work, looking forward to seeing my boss and coworkers and working passionately towards the mission of my organization. I'm visualizing the feeling more so than the actual appearance of what I would be doing. This process has made me realize how rusty the old imagination gets when you're an adult under no encouragement to utilize creativity on a daily basis. I find it really difficult sometimes to just sit and envision something that I've never actually witnessed before, especially for any length of time. Something that, as you just heard, used to dominate my time as a child. So recognizing what a shame that is, I've been setting aside time every day to let my imagination run wild. I'm consciously quieting the voice that tells me what I can reasonably expect in order to avoid disappointment, and allowing myself to envision the infinite. In your imagination, you have nothing to lose. I believe that the perfect job for me is out there. And as of September 23rd, I'm putting myself out there to cross paths with it. And in the meantime, I'm living it every day in my imagination.
Nice.
With these core steps in action, all that remains is to patiently await the response of the universe in leading me to the next step in my career. I look forward to telling you all about how it happens in a future speech. Mr. Toastmaster.